If you're curious about cloth diapering, but you are feeling overwhelmed, you're not sure if it's worth it or not, then this video is for you. I have been cloth diapering my second baby for about 2 months now, and while I am still in the thick of it, I have some pros and cons and some very, very honest regrets to share with you guys. A lot of the moms out there who have been doing this for a long time, they are the die-hard cloth diapering moms, and they share a lot of positivity about cloth diapering, but I'm going to share the day-to-day, some negatives that you definitely want to consider before you go on this journey of cloth diapering. At the end of this video, you'll definitely know if you want to start cloth diapering or not, plus you'll know what kind of cloth diapers are going to work best for you and your family. Now, you are about to see an outfit change, location change, because I am a mom of 2 babies and this did not get done all in one day. So let's get into the rest of this video. So let's start off with the pros. First of all, it's better for the environment. So if you don't know this already, it takes about 500 years for a disposable diaper to decompose. So that means all the diapers that have ever been made are still here on Earth today. None of them have decomposed. So that alone is a great reason why you should cloth diaper. Another reason is because I believe it is gentler on their skin. So I know from first-hand experience, which I wish I didn't know this, but you can have a really horrible, severe diaper rash from wearing a diaper too long. And I experienced this my last postpartum when I wore disposable diapers for adults. And I had an adult diaper rash and it was terrible. And just the thought of that happening to my baby, plus just wearing them constantly, even wearing a pad, it can get like itchy and gross and just super uncomfortable. And so I just personally feel like a cloth diaper is probably more comfortable for your baby. And there can also be a whole host of chemicals and gross things in your diapers. So if you don't know about that already, go ahead and check out my video on disposable diapers. I go over all different types, which ones are cleanest, which ones are best, which ones I like the most. Check that out if you need it. Another pro would be that they're more cost effective. So I can buy a pack of diapers for $70 and those I can use and use and use, and they're one size fits all. Or I could buy one pack of $70 diapers that only last me a month or less. And so I definitely think that the cloth diapers is a more affordable route, especially if you did it like I did and got almost every single cloth diaper that you own off of your registry. Another pro for me especially is that you always have the cloth diapers at your house. I am known to wait till the very last minute to buy disposable diapers, and if you're out, then you're out. But if you have cloth diapers, all you have to do is throw them in the wash, and so that is super helpful. The last pro, which I think is a really big one, is being able to potty train your child faster. So before disposable diapers became a huge industry and everyone started using them, people were potty training their children so much sooner than they are now. I believe, I will have to go back and check, I've talked about this in another video, but I believe back in the day it used to be 18 months when they were potty trained completely, and now it's about 36 months. And so that is a very, very big difference. And plus, those are a lot of extra dollars going into buying a lot of extra diapers for a lot of extra months. Next, let's talk about cons. So one of the big cons is that they are super bulky. So especially when you bring your newborn baby home and you're putting a cloth diaper on your newborn, they're so bulky. My baby is pretty big. She's a big girl. She was 10'6" when she was born. And even on her, it looked really bulky, especially under little onesies. And that is something I wasn't really prepared for, really didn't think about. I will say though, as she gets bigger, she's about 15 pounds now, it really doesn't look bulky anymore at all, plus you get used to it. Another con, and this is kind of a big one, is there is a learning curve to cloth diapering. First, you have to understand that there are different types of cloth diapering. For example, there is the pocket diaper, which is what I have. There are the cover diapers, which I also have a pack of those. And then there's an all-in-one diaper. And I believe there's others. But you do have to do some research. I literally am being pooped on right now. Like, I feel it dripping down my leg. All right, so back to the learning curve. It is not as intuitive as disposable diapers. So let's say someone comes over, or your husband or whatever is trying to change your baby's diaper for you. Well, you're going to have to explain it because they're not going to just like know how to snap everything together. It's a little less simple than just a disposable diaper. It's also a bit tricky because with a disposable diaper, you just take the dirty wipes and you put it in the diaper and you throw everything away. But with a disposable diaper, it's a little bit tricky because you can't do that. So one of the things that I've learned to do is to have a little doggy bag, and I put all my wipes in there, which is in my little changing table bag, which is really easy once you get the hang of it. But at the very beginning, it's very weird, and I definitely didn't know what to do. Another piece of the learning curve that I did not realize is that you are supposed to wash your cloth diapers 4 times before you use them. So the more you wash them, the more absorbent they become. And I found that out as I'm using the diapers. So I had a lot of blowouts in the very beginning. And I will say we were about to leave, and so she has a disposable diaper on right now. So is that why it is leaking? It leaked down my leg? Who knows? But typically I don't have that many issues with blowouts with cloth diapers. Another con is that you do have to do quite a bit of laundry, and there's kind of a routine that you have to get used to. So you have to wash them twice to get them clean, and then drying does take a while, especially after they've been washed many times. Whenever you put them in the dryer, they take a lot longer than just regular clothes. Another piece that would have to be part of your routine is whenever you take them out of the dryer, if you buy pocket diapers, you do have to put the insert back into the diaper, and that is kind of a tedious process. I don't mind doing it. I feel like it's just part of the routine at this point, but it is something to think about before you get started. The last con is that you will have to get your hands a little dirty. So depending on what diaper you get. If you get the all-in-one diaper, I don't believe that this would be a thing, but with the pocket diaper, you have to take out the insert before you put it in the washer. So after every single diaper change, once I take the diaper off, I have to pull the insert out of the diaper, and that is sometimes a bit messy. Sometimes there is pee on the insert, so just know that you're getting that on your fingers pretty much every time you change a diaper. All right, so let's talk about some of my regrets. The first thing would be the fact that I did not know that you're supposed to wash the diapers 4 times before using them. So I had quite a bit of blowouts at the beginning, not blowouts, but where pee would soak through and come out of the sides of her diaper. And I didn't understand why that was happening. And the more I used them, the more I washed them, the longer it took to dry. So I realized that they were becoming more and more absorbent. Another regret I have is having this mindset of all or nothing. So I wanted to do cloth diapering really bad. And so I just thought I am definitely going to do this no matter what. And then my daughter got a diaper rash like 3 days in to doing the cloth diapers, and it was horrible. And if you haven't watched my birth story, she had already gone through enough, and I was like, no, we're not doing this. And that made me really rethink doing cloth diapers at all. So I started incorporating disposable diapers, and we figured out what was causing the rash, so I was able to keep doing cloth diapering. But at the beginning, having that all or nothing mentality, I really regret having that, and I wish I would have just said, I really want to try this out, and if it works great for our family, that's awesome, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't work. Going off what I just said about the diaper rash, my last regret is buying all of one specific type of diaper. So I use Nora's Nursery, and I also received one different brand of cloth diapers, and that one different brand of cloth diapers ended up causing the diaper rash. So once I took that out of the rotation, she did not have a diaper rash anymore, and everything was totally fine. But that totally could have happened with Nora's Nursery cloth diapers, and I didn't think about that, and so I really regret that because I went ahead and washed them all, put them all away before she was even born, before I even tried any of them out. And so if she ended up having a diaper rash with the Nora's Nursery diapers, that would have been really not great for me because I had already washed them all and there was no way I could have returned all of them. So I would say potentially just get the diapers you want, but maybe just try out one pack before you go all in, because that would have not been cool for me at all. And before I end this video, if you are watching this and you also have tried doing cloth diapers, let us know in the comments if there's anything that you didn't anticipate or didn't expect, or something that kind of blew your mind once you started into the journey. And if you have not started already, I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know down below. And if you're interested in learning more about cloth diapering, or all the things that I have for it, or my routine or whatever, let me know down below as well, and I would love to make another video for that. And I will see you guys next time.